gorgeous. I have a gorgeous nose. You cannot tell me I don't have a nice nose. I'm sorry. That's just not gonna fly. Hey y'all, welcome to r.e.m and welcome to another video of Clovemas. This is the video that I hope becomes an annual tradition here at Clovemas Enterprises, although I guess I'm the only one who would control that, so it seems pretty likely that it will. During the inaugural Clovemas, I did a video that was basically a how to be hot tutorial, or how to be the hottest person at a holiday party tutorial. I wish to spread the gospel of that every year because I think it's an important skill set to have to know how to harness your hotness and be the hottest person at holiday party, holiday gathering, on the holiday Zoom, whatever we're doing this year. Hottest person who is getting Chinese takeout alone. That's something that is really important to me about my community, that we're all the hottest. And I have the keys to unlock how to be that, I feel like. So today I'm gonna do a little makeup. I'm gonna almost like a little hotness tutorial and talk through kind of the attitude and underlying philosophy behind being hot, because it's important, and it's important that I spread this gospel. You may be like, wow, bold to come on here and say all of that looking like you do, but guess what? I still think I'm really hot in this. I just, just took a shower and just pushed my hair back because I have to leave for work in like an hour. Probably sooner than an hour. So this also may be a little bit speedy, but I think it will still be fun. And if you're new here, welcome. My name's Cam. I'm a non-binary trans femme creator. I love to talk about beauty, but from a more mindful perspective. And I really like to talk about pop culture and the internet sometimes. Subscribe if you would like to see future videos. I'm doing Clovemas right now, which is my version of Vlogmas. And go ahead and give this video a like if you do end up enjoying it. And let's get into the tutorial. That was the hotness police. They're trying to arrest me. And another important thing, we are actually inspired by somebody today and their artistry on Instagram. And I'm going to be recreating a look by Cosmetinaut, who's one of my friends on Instagram, who I quite enjoy just her as a person, but then also I think maybe my favorite eye look person on Instagram. I'm not always one to... I see really cool eye looks and I'm like, wow, that looks really cool. But hers, I'm always like, I want to do that. I want to do that. And she posted a look recently that just took my breath away. And I was about to show you my screen, which I guess I could. But I'll just put pictures on the screen since we are in 2024, almost in 2025. I love everything about this look. I love putting a really dark, almost desaturated green with that kind of cyborg blue. Also, the way she describes everything that she posts is really entertaining. Power Light Blue LED Sparkle Shimmers will always be in. Air Light Red Eyeliner will always pair well with it. Machine Metal Gray will always surround the two. That's the 2024 go-to Cosmetibot look. I think Cosmetinaut already knows plenty about hotness, and we appreciate that. So I just love this look. I will be recreating mainly the eye look. I mean, I like the rest of it too, so maybe I'll just do all of it. But definitely the eye look, and we need to go ahead and get started because we don't have a lot of time. Oh, should I tell you what I'm gonna... Well, I'll tell you as I go. I'm also using, I haven't bought anything to recreate this look, because that's not really, usually what I do with my channel. And I'm using, 5 different eyeshadow palettes or single eyeshadows and stuff, so I'll obviously tell you what those are as we go along. But just remember, if you see a look you really like, you don't have to be like, well, I don't have the palette, or I don't have the special shade that they highlighted. Use what you have and get creative. No, you don't have to just use one palette that you own. You can pull something from this, pull something from this. And it's a fun way to get to know your collection better, to know what it's capable of and get some use out of some stuff that you might not. Because the red eyeliner she's wearing, that really bright red, that's not something I would normally do. So I'm gonna have to go into a palette I haven't used that much, which is actually kind of nice. And also try a new technique, which is kind of risky since I have to be at work in less than an hour. But to be hot is to take risks. And a note on hotness. I'm probably going to repeat myself from last year's video because the underlying philosophy hasn't changed, but it's important. I'm gonna just build some structure like she has with my Makeup by Mario Neutral Mattes palette. And actually I may, because I feel like this shade is kind of similar to what she was doing, this matte shade. It's like a purpley taupe. I may also use this from the Lauren May Beauty Oden's Eye palette, which I actually had pulled out for my neglected makeup video. And I've been using it a little, which is nice. See? Things work. This works. The project is working, y'all. But yeah, I'll just be building structure with this while I talk through my underlying principles of hotness. Most important thing you need to know if you want to be a disciple of hotness. Hotness is imminent. Hotness is now. Hotness is never waiting after something. After weight loss, after working out, after hitting a goal, after getting where you think you should be in your career. Hotness doesn't wait. If you want to be hot, you must be hot now. Not when you look a certain way, not when you get a certain guy, none of that. Hotness must be now. You have to commit to a life of hotness now because you're already hot. Here's the thing. If you're watching this, you're already hot. I know it. I just know it. And that's just the tea. Like, you're already hot. You just have to own it and believe it and see it. I think it's very easy to get caught up in the cycle of I will love myself or I will be happy with myself when I hit a certain number, when I have a certain life that I think I'm supposed to have in order to be successful. And that's not what hotness is about, actually. That's not what hotness is about. So much of hotness is confidence and loving yourself for who you are. And, you know, I also understand how you can want to change things about yourself. I biohack my body every day with estrogen. I get it. One thing that's been really key for me on this journey of being trans and also just in my life in general is not waiting to be happy with myself, not waiting to feel beautiful when I a certain weight, not waiting to feel beautiful when I can run a certain distance or I have a certain career or I have a certain amount of money. Choosing to love myself in moments where I feel like society probably wouldn't say I got like an A in life has made me so much happier throughout the last couple of years, and just refusing to not feel hot, quite frankly. Refusing to let them tell me that I'm ugly. Like, someone tried to leave me a hate comment telling me that my nose was terrible. Babe, first of all, I already tried that as a kid. I already tried to hate my nose, but my nose said no. It's gorgeous. I have a gorgeous nose. You cannot tell me I don't have a nice nose. I'm sorry. That's just not going to fly. And I think like one of the harder things about social media is that trends aren't just like buying a cute skirt or changing your makeup style slightly. Trends have now become plastic surgery, having your face or facial features look a certain way. If you don't fit that mold, or if you are different from that, social media commenters, naysayers will try to tell you that you should want that. Like, maybe I should want a more feminine nose, maybe I should want thicker lips, and maybe I should want Botox. And if I do decide I ever actually want any of that, I will go and get it, because there's nothing wrong with getting cosmetic enhancements, in my opinion. But also, I just think it's really good to meditate on, like, do I actually want that? Or do I actually love myself the way I am? And I think it's like a mix for me. Like, there are certain things, I have been doing laser hair removal because I really do not like my facial hair. I have never liked my facial hair. So I'm removing something from my body, and it's to make me feel hotter. It's to make me feel better about myself. But I can't wait to feel beautiful until my facial hair is gone. That's the key. I must feel beautiful when I had all of my facial hair. A lot of it's like been zapped off, and there's still more to go. And even though I feel like I look like the version of myself I've always wanted to every time a little bit of it comes off, I still loved myself a few months ago before I ever got it. I still felt beautiful when I didn't have any of it lasered off, because I'm hot, and I've always been hot. And I'll always be hot, no matter how old, no matter if I gain weight, lose weight, I will always be hot. And it's just so important that that comes from within. And again, it's imminent. It must be now. It must be now. You cannot wait. If you wait, then it's not going to happen. And actually here is a key part, I think, about committing yourself to hotness and committing yourself to hotness being imminent. I used to make a lot of self-disparaging jokes, and I still do occasionally, but that shit doesn't work, y'all. That's poison for you. And I still do sometimes, because sometimes like the laugh is there. But what I started to do was to make jokes about how confident I am. I'm like, I am so confident. I'm so beautiful. I always say all the time, it's so hard to be so talented and good at everything and so hot. Like, it's such a burden on me that I'm good at everything. And even when people like say things like negatively about themselves, I kind of am like, I don't feel that way. Like, I'm sorry you do, but like, you will not put that on me. You will not put that negative energy on me. I'm sorry, I love you. I don't think that about you, but I will not be disparaging myself today. I love myself. And when I started to do that, it was still me joking. I was like, like as if I'm the most confident hot person in the room. What you say out loud and what you say internally, your body absorbs. My body is now in. Like, it's bought in to being the hottest and most confident person in the room. And people can tell. People can tell I'm sure of myself. People can tell I'm confident. And that's not cockiness, that's confidence. And men, especially, I'm getting heated, men, especially on dating apps, who really like, you know what? I'm going to talk about an eyeshadow and then I'll talk about this. Actually going to go into my coyish palette from Viseart. These are all these beautiful shimmers. My friend Ivy got this for me. Better than basic. I love you, Ivy. I'm going to go into this, like, I don't know if it's quite as gray as the one Cosmetic used, but it'll be fine for the purposes of our look. And I'm just going to use my finger to tap that all over my lid. And I like it too because it has this, like, sort of lavendery flip to it. Oh, gosh, that's pretty. Okay. Men... on dating apps specifically, do not like it when you're confident because they can't use that as a tool to control you. I think I was starting to say this and I forgot. I think I've discovered this as somebody who now is femme and identifies as a femme person and attracts people who are into feminine people now instead of when I was a cis man, I was attracting people who were into men. And it is different demographics, let me tell you. I mean, not that they can't cross over. I'm not trying to erase bisexuality, please. I love, but I trust me, I'm an ally to bi men. Too much so. But yeah, now as somebody dating as a femme person, men hate to see a confident femme coming. They hate it and I love it. I love when I can tell because they're like, just so you know, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, I know. And they're like, oh, like, and I've been told like, wow, cocky. And I'm like, no, confident. And then they don't want to talk to me anymore. And I love that about me. It's a skill set. I think especially with trans femmes, because then they can get whatever they want from you. They can use you. They don't have to commit at all. People hate being vulnerable and they hate committing these days. And it is really sad to see. And I am not putting up with it anymore because I really don't appreciate it. Okay, this is how we're looking. I think it's looking pretty good. I feel like I probably need more. The Viseart shade is beautiful, but it is like really soft. So I want to put some glitter on top of it and then also do the inner corner part. I think I'm going to do the inner corner part with r.e.m fembot, which I've been using more and really, really liking. What do I want to put on the lid part though? I think I'm going to do like some Pat McGrath shade. Hold please. I'm going to use the Bronze Seduction palette and I think I'm going to tap... maybe use both of these special shades actually at the end. I'll start with this one up top. Alright, here's the one at the top. So pretty. Wow. I love eyeshadow. That's gorgeous. I know we give Pat a lot of crap now, and her brand is really digging a downfall. My god, Mothership palettes are so gorgeous though. Now I'll have a video actually talking about them more soon if I get my act together. Yeah, that's really taking it where it needs to go, and I love that. That's gorgeous. Okay, excellent. I love that. Now I need to decide what I want to do for the inner corners. Should I do the eyeliner first? The eyeliner is going to be tricky, or the trickiest part, I should say, because I don't have an eyeliner specific product that is that color. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this Viseart palette. This is Editorial Brights from Viseart. And I think although I probably need like a little bit of something else. So it's going to mix this red with this orange, but I feel like it needs to be just like a hint deeper and a little bit more desaturated. Maybe I'll also use this red. I think I'm going to try... I don't know what I'm doing clearly. I'm trying to just say words. I'm going to get out my mixing palette is the first thing I'm going to do. I cannot find my metal mixing palette to save my life and I just don't have time. I found this in a drawer though, so we're going to use this little tray as a mixing palette. And I'm going to take, like I said, this red, this orange, and then I think a little bit of this red brown too with a spoolie and like try to like get them, you know, just a little dusting out of the pan and then spray some setting spray in, because that's I think what I've seen people do to make eyeliner with eyeshadow. I'm going to try to apply this creation. I don't have a lot of confidence in how this is going to go, but we're going to see. Oh, also her eyeliner is like downturned. Cosmetic has so many different iterations of wings. I should have zoomed you in this entire time. I'm so sorry. I'm a bad YouTuber. Okay. Okay, that's not what it needs to be honest. But we're just gonna put this down and then figure it out. I mean, that's not terrible. And I think we can go over it probably with like powder and it'll be a little more vibrant. I think it'll be fine. This will work. This will work. This will work. This will work. I don't think that's as clean, and I think I got it a little bit more downturn, or like, I feel like hers doesn't go, oh, well, I feel like my angle's maybe a little bit lower. And she does end up going under the lash line with it, which I'll do later. Okay. That's not the worst. I'm gonna try to go over that with like more, like a mix of the powders I used, but just on the same brush. I'm gonna spray it with setting spray just for shits and gigs. I think I actually got the color pretty close. I just think it would look a lot more crisp if it was actually a gel, like, cream liner. That's gonna have to be good. I have been really enjoying these r.e.m liquid shadows. I have been just grabbing a little when I want more dispersed glitter, just grabbing a little bit with my finger and like tapping it on lightly, and it works really well that way. Or if I want more full pigment, I'll apply it straight from the doe foot and then blend it out with a small brush to not get it everywhere. I think actually for this exercise, I am going to take a small brush and just go from the doe foot with the brush, grab whatever's on here, and then place this in my inner corner for the kind of like cyborg moment, hopefully. Yep, I did it. Let me look at her picture again. Yeah, that is basically it. Okay. I don't know if it's like exact color match. There may be more lavender in this, but I never had a problem with that. I think the key to these r.e.m liquid shadows is that they're very capable and kind of want to get everywhere. So just controlling that has made me like the result I got. I have gotten a lot more than I did that first time when I felt like they kind of got everywhere. They also last like all day, which is great. I do kind of feel like they can look unblended with the rest of the look. So I'm actually just going to take my original big fluffy brush and just like a little bit of a cream powder shadow and just like press all around that to just kind of blend it in just a little bit more. Alright, here are the eyes where they are now. I'm now going to do the rest of my base. It's all stuff you have seen, this clovemas, but I will put everything I use in the description box if you really want to know, but I'm going to speed through this part. Alright, so I finished the eyes with a little bit of drop lash. Is that what they call it? Bottom lash line, whatever. Just a little bit more cool tone brown mats. I did a little bit of what was left on the liner brush because I didn't feel like mixing anything again on it. Added mascara. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Did my base and all that. I did want to do the blush with y'all though. She noted that she used Fume from Phytosurgence in this look, which I actually have, so I could just use that. However, it's a very much like, Fume doesn't look as soft on me as it does on her, let's say, because I am much paler. So I also have condensate, which I think would help give me more of the vibe of what she's actually wearing in this look. So I'm actually going to mix them. I'm going to mix them just like on the back of my hand. And yeah, so this is condensate. It's like the gray lavendery Fair Girl Dream from Phytosurgence. And then this is Fume, which is like a dusty kind of rosewoody, I guess, mauve. What is mauve? Have we ever decided? Have we ever decided what mauve is? That's the end result. And I'm going to apply that pretty sparingly because I don't want a ton of blush. Now I desperately need to set with powders. I'm going to do that real quick. All right, the last thing to do, well, let's fix my curls, but maybe I'll do that in a second. Last thing to do is she appears to have on like a pretty sheer brown lip. I'm going to go in with Phytosurgence Crash Cadence. I actually just got this and it's perfect. I'm going to zoom you in. Feel the Hotness fantasy. That cosmetic fantasy. And that is the Hotness tutorial. I must run to work and make a bunch of lattes, but thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, give this video a like. Helps me a lot in the wild, wild west of the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you want to see future videos. I am posting a lot for Clovemas. Last day of Clovemas should be Christmas Day, I think will be the last video I will post. And thank you all so much for being here. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay, especially because we're really hot. Bye.